Yes, it's time for another album ranking. Today we are ranking none other than the funeral doom metal band Pantheus. Now, in case you don't know, Pantheus formed back in 2000 and they are from Belgium. Also in the later years they moved to United Kingdom, so they're sort of a Belgium United Kingdom band, and they have produced 5 studio albums which we will be ranking. We won't be ranking any EPs, but they had produced a few EPs, just like the EP The Pains of Sleep, and they also produced a demo album called 1,000 Years, which a few songs were on the debut album, which was O Solitude. The genre for Pantheus is a mixed bag. They are funeral doom, they are also death doom as well, they're also progressive doom metal, they're also just prog metal. They are usually funeral doom, but of course they have experimented throughout the years, and Pantheus are definitely a pretty unique band, and at times straight damn weird. But I thought it was time for me to give you a Pantheus ranking because they need some more exposure. They do. Pantheus are a pretty solid band. They incorporate some beautiful melancholy throughout the music. The melodies are so damn good. So Kostas Panagiottou, is that how you pronounce it, is a Greek musician, and he does main vocals, main clean vocals, harsh vocals, and also keyboards. The main prospect of Pantheus is none other than the piano and organs. They are highly utilized throughout their albums. We're talking about some really gothic organs and really gothic keyboards that really create this epic atmosphere. So 5 albums to rank, let's get on with it. So coming last is their 2011 album, which was the self-titled album Pantheus. This album is okay, but it's completely different to what Pantheus actually sounds like. They decided to change their sound completely throughout this LP, making it more prog metal, you could say. Kostas mainly utilizes his clean vocals on this album. I think the only growls we get is The Storm, which is overall the best song off the album. We got Songs Be Here, which is close to that Pantheus style, but then songs like 459, Brighter Days, Live Through Me are just all clean vocals. They're just clean vocals. Live Through Me has the most repetitive chorus. They repeat this chorus over and over again, which becomes quite fucking monotonous. And this painstakingly is my least favorite album by Pantheus. It's proggy, the melodies are absolutely fantastic, but they do repeat the melodies over and over again. There's some really nice solos on this. I really love the solos. Kostas' vocals on this aren't that great. His clean vocals at times do get a bit tedious and annoying, and especially on Pantheus, it's a pretty mediocre album, and that's why it's my weakest album by this band. Some really good guitar work, melodies are infectious in tone, the melodies do get stuck in your head. I just really enjoy the drumming on this, and the bass is quite prominent, and the production on this is actually pretty good. But yeah, Pantheus is not a bad album per se, but it could be a lot better. I just wanted more harsher, aggressive vocals, more harsh vocals by Kostas throughout this album, but we only get one moment throughout this album where it does actually sound like the true Pantheus. But yeah, Pantheus, the self-titled album, sits here. Next up is Amartia. This album is really good. These are all the albums that I absolutely fucking love, and I played it countless times. There are some moments which are weak and some moments which I question whether this is funeral doom or not. The self-titled album Pantheus was nowhere near the funeral doom that we first got once Pantheus released O Solitude. This Amartia at times does sound like something out of O Solitude, which was their debut album, which I will mention later on. But they also incorporate some many different elements throughout Amartia, like death metal, heavy metal, along with black metal. Especially the song Wrath, which sounds more blackened than anything. You could say Wrath is more black metal. Pantheus really do explore on this album and experiment with beautiful guitar licks, beautiful solos, and the organs and keyboards are very prominent, very atmospheric in tone, great production. It just feels like you're in a monastery. You go in and you see these monks cooking a big stew, throwing beautiful chopped carrots into the stew, and you realize that meat is children, and they are chopping up children and eating breathing in. Yeah, this is what it feels like. Amasha feels like a cannibalism album just because of how eerie and dark this particular LP is. It's pretty consistent album and I really do enjoy it. But of course, great songs like Lust, First Prayer, Pride, Greed, Sloth, very slow, very doomy, but there are some faster passages. But overall, some really good drumming and a very atmospheric album in tone. But Amasha is my second weakest Pantheist album. Next up is their latest album, which was released in 2018, and this was the album after Pantheist, the self-titled album, where they completely changed the sound. Pantheist moved into a different direction, and this was more towards the original Pantheist sound. We got Seeking Infinity. This album's absolutely fantastic. It was released in 2018, and holy shit, this was an absolutely fucking fantastic album. It really was. I just love the introduction of Eye of the Universe, the beautiful instrumental that leads onto Control and Fire, how slow and doomy. Cost incorporates darker, deeper vocals on this, at times cleaner vocals as well, but you get 500 BC to 3080, the lighter ones. So heavy, this song, absolutely love it. Love the guitar work, really enjoy the drumming on this slow tempo, but of course there are faster moments on this album as well. Some beautiful passages, heavily utilized organs, but you get mainly prominent piano as well. Some great moments on this. I love the last song, which is like fucking 15 minutes long, Seeking Infinity, Reaching Eternity, beautiful atmospheric vibe. Just a great album overall. Probably one of my favorite albums of 2018, Seeking Infinity. But Pantheist, Seeking Infinity sits here. Now we move on to the nitty-gritty part of the ranking. It's Journey Through Lands Unknown, which was released in 2008. So they released an EP before that, which was The Pains of Sleep, which is such a good fucking EP. It really is. More like an album, you could say, but we don't include EPs in our rankings, so we're gonna go with Journey Through Lands Unknown. Costas is on this, and you know what? His vocal delivery is absolutely fucking fantastic. Songs like Deliverance is so damn heavy and so damn gritty as well. Some beautiful, beautiful vocals, beautiful harsh vocals that leads on to Unknown Land. Unknown Land is more of a 70s prog rock song, you could say. Imagine Deep Purple becoming Funeral Doom. The organ just feels like something out of 70s, it really does. Despero Despero sounds like something out of like Emerson, Lake Palmer, Deep Purple era, with just so many elements of organs, piano moments, and just great guitar work. And like I said, Unknown Land incorporates a section where it's just straight on death doom, and even death metal. Something sounds like something out of Cannibal Corpse, or even Obituary, or Morbid Angel, or something like that. I love his vocals on this. Haven is such a beautiful instrumental. It's so damn good, along with The Loss of Innocence, which is one of my favorite fucking Pantheist songs. I love that song. It's so damn epic. Eternal Sorrow is a fantastic song, but you get Mourning the Passing of Certainty, which is just an ambient organ piano based song with some weird chants like ooh ba jibala ba ooh ba. It's just so damn fucking weird, but it really works. And I just feel that Mourning Past and Certainty is their weakest song off the album, but it's so damn good as well. I don't know how A Journey Through Lands Unknown and A Solitude are so damn close. They really are. But yeah, I just feel there's one album that is slightly better. But in Eternal Sorrow, there is such a beautiful guitar solo. Absolutely love it. And The Loss of Innocence is so damn epic in tone. It just feels like Pantheists have matured on this album because they do incorporate some proggy elements, some many different moments, some gothic moments as well. Very similar. But there is one album that is my favorite album by Pantheists, and it's none other than A Solitude, which was released in 2003. And holy fucking shit, this album is mind-blowing. This was my first Pantheist album, and I fell in love with this band. I really did. Now, I discovered Pantheist through Esoteric. Esoteric is an amazing funeral doom band, and you know what? Pantheist popped up, and A Solitude, this was the album that I listened to, and holy shit, it was a whole different perspective of Funeral Doom. This is a very gothic album. It's a gothic album with some beautiful clean vocals, with some harsh aggressive vocals by Costas as well. But I tell you what, this crosses the boundary of what Funeral Doom sounds like. It really does. It is indeed one of my favorite Funeral Doom albums of all fucking time. Oh Solitude, Pantheus has just so many moments. It questions whether this is Funeral Doom or not. Especially the song Don't Mourn, where it has at times some heavy metal passages. It's got at times some blast beats as well. Time has an amazing guitar solo along with an organ solo as well. Envy Us is so damn good. It's got some beautiful riffaging. It's got some slow passages, slow moments, but the vocals are so damn good, including those clean vocals. And Curse the Morning Light, which is 18 minutes long, is like a barrage of heavy Funeral Doom in your fucking face, along with some fast elements, along with some soothing moments, some beautiful piano organ moments, and just the epic chants as well. There are some beautiful chants on this album. Just creates this atmosphere. At times there are some neo-folk elements very similar to Journey Through the Lands Unknown, which are folky elements, but holy shit, it actually works on this. I just love how Oh Solitude has Funeral Doom, has at times Death Doom, has at times heavy metal moments, has at times some beautiful guitar solos. It is just a masterpiece of an album, Pantheus of Solitude, and it is by far my favorite Pantheus album of all fucking time. So I don't know why I actually decided to rank Pantheus, to be honest, just because they're really close of releasing their 6th studio album, which will be released sometime this year. So I'm pretty excited about the new Pantheus album. But you know what? Pantheus are indeed a very solid Funeral Doom band. I can understand why people do actually question Pantheus, whether they are Funeral Doom or not, because at times they don't sound anything like traditional Funeral Doom, because they really cross the boundaries what Funeral Doom is, and they really give you a different perspective. But yeah, Solitude is my #1 album for Pantheus. Comment below what you thought about this ranking. Rank your albums down below. Let me know your favorite Funeral Doom album of all time, and also let me know if you're gonna actually check out this band. I would recommend you Oh Solitude. Oh Solitude will definitely change your perspective on what Funeral Doom is. So keep discussion going in the comment section below. Discovery will be coming back very soon, don't you worry. Just because May has been very slow on albums, so I'm trying to find some good albums to recommend to you. But yeah, comment below, and I will see you in the next one.